just want to say hello. Happy National Women's, Girls, and Sports Day.
Absolutely.
I'm very happy to be hosting this show on this day because so before I came here, I didn't know what I wanted to do, sports broadcasting wise, my career. And now I'm so glad I chose this because this day is actually such a big deal. And I'm glad it is. I didn't know that people were going to be making, I saw I reposted, the Jets posted for it.
Yeah.
My team. And I don't know, it's so cool to see how far women in sports have actually come and how involved that we actually are. I don't know. I think it's so nice to know that women are more than just a pretty face in front of the camera now for sports.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And these are remarkable players, especially with Caitlin Clark coming up.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
She's someone that women in sports
exactly.
She's just like everyone in sports, but
yeah, she is. Yeah. But you don't really realize how many women are involved until you take a step back on days like this.
Okay. Who are your favorite female athletes of all time?
Okay. I feel like I'm going to have to use someone on the board. I'm going with Alex Morgan.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, led the U.S. women's national team to back-to-back. It's tough. She was the captain. I don't think you could really – it's tough. There's a lot of great ones out there, but I'm going with Alex Morgan. We're riding with Alex Morgan.
I feel like Simone Biles definitely needs her flowers.
Yeah.
She's
definitely
one of the greatest – yeah, she's up there.
There's
one of, if not the greatest, United
Yeah.
States women's gymnast ever.
Shout out Gabby Douglas, too. She, took over the 2012 Olympics. That was historic as well.
She's a New Jersey native.
Passed the torch over to Simone Biles. So,
I really agree with those. I'm going to say Hope Solo.
I like that answer.
I'm a goalie, and I played soccer my whole life, and I literally, I think up until maybe 14 when, reality clicked, I was like, I'm going to be, Hope Solo. Looked up to her and everything about sports, because, I feel like growing up, I didn't hear much, besides, women's soccer, I didn't hear about women in sports, that much, because the U.S. women's team has always been, I feel very respected, but not many other sports.
True.
So I only could ever look up to Hope Solo, but really she deserved it. I'm so upset that she didn't end up being the best type of person. Her character isn't really too great.
You gotta distract the art.
I know,
art
I
from
feel
the
like
artist.
You can do that for half the athletes anyway, but her character
you gotta take the art away from the artist.
But as a player, she's one of the greatest of all time.
Yeah.
I am definitely. I mean, it's early, but Caitlin Clark is easily my favorite women's athlete that I've watched to date. But to put some more respect on another women's hooper from back in the day, first girls basketball game that I ever watched, first WNBA game I ever watched was Maya Moore. And Maya Moore was just giving out straight buckets, ISO ball. Brought ISO ball to WNBA. It was a huge part of that. Unstoppable isolation scorer. I love Maya Moore. And she does really great things now. So I love Maya Moore.
Valid point. I also want to give Erin Andrews her flowers. We got Malika Andrews up there, but Erin Andrews, best Fox pregame features that she does before those games.
100%.
It always locks me in whenever I'm watching the Fox pregame show. And then 12:45 Eastern hits, and then they start running that feature. And I'm like, oh, here we go. We're getting close to kickoff.
Here we go.
It's a great feeling. That whole team at Fox is great, but Erin Andrews does a great job at all of this.
Yeah, they really do.
Erin Andrews, Tracy Wolfson.
Yes.
And she's such a household name too that it's good that it's she's not being put behind all the other male commentators and sports broadcasters that do the the kickoffs.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it's so easy to just say that they're talking about everything that's right and then she's just adding in, but no, she genuinely she's a good representation for all sports broadcasters.
And it's not even just the NFL. MLB just started doing their Friday Night Baseball on Apple TV with an all-woman or all-female broadcasting team, reporting team. And it just shows how far all these sports have come from just using men for everything. It's just really amazing to see how
super
even
impressive.
all these huge sports are getting into just.
That's why I'm glad that Caitlin Clark is being so pushed into the media because even men are respecting her now.
Yeah.
Because women's basketball, I feel wasn't always as respected as it should be, and now finally a player because she's not the only great one in women's basketball.
No, she's
There's
not.
So
but if that's
many.
what it takes for the others to get recognized, then it's so worth it.
Exactly.
Because there's so many good female basketball players, but nobody really cared as much until Caitlin.
Yeah, I think I saw. I don't remember exactly, but it was top three. I think you're gonna go to Angel Reese. Is that what you're gonna say?
You got Angel
they played
Reese
last year in the championship, and I think it was top three most viewed ESPN event ever or something crazy statistic.
Then you've got Ajay Wilson, who's on the Las Vegas Aces, I believe.
Yeah, I think you got it right.
And then obviously Candace Parker's always been a huge name. She's part of the Chicago Sky.
And great on TNT as well.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Great analyst.
I hope that women's softball could like get big one day. I feel like
I
that's
feel like women's
something.
softball
It's really
is
surprised me
all-
that it's not like an Olympic sport or something. I mean, professional sport, bare minimum, but Olympic sport, I definitely think it should be
I mean,
there.
like,
I think it should be.
College, like women's softball, one of the most entertaining things
Electric.
I've ever
Yes.
watched.
Electric
All
tournaments.
those semifinals.
Even
and
like
final
Oklahoma
games.
softball team.
Oh,
yes,
that was
Oklahoma
so
softball.
fun last
You've
year.
got like even last year, you're watching and it's like, oh my gosh, like Tennessee has a chance to beat Oklahoma, and then I forget her name, but she would come up and with like 2 runners on and just blast a home run, and the stadium is just electric.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, my best friend grew up playing softball, and like my dad, oh my God, he wanted me to be in softball so bad. I couldn't do it. I hated the dugout. I literally couldn't do it. But when my best friend was like, she's going all over the country and stuff, and then I was asking like, oh, like where can I watch? She's like, oh, it's like only streamed on like this or like one thing. Like it's not. I don't know. I feel like women's basketball is on the come up right now. Like that is what's getting its recognition, which I'm glad. I just hope that softball is like the next one because I feel like especially collegiate softball is great.
So fun.
And I know I'm gonna catch a lot of Penn State games this year.
Oh, yeah.
Oh
I don't know if
yeah.
you guys remember the Monet Davis run too from the Little League World
Special.
Series. That was a special type of run.
That
That had
was.
everyone glued
Yeah.
to the TV.
And then
in
like
the Philadelphia area.
even now you've got like, I mean like we haven't seen like women's hockey like at all, and now there's a professional women's hockey league.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Getting recognition
crazy.
from Austin Matthews, who's the points leader or the goals leader right now in the NHL. Like that's huge.
Yeah.
And I think it was Minnesota who had like the first game. They had like 19,000 people watching,
That's awesome.
which is actually like
crazy.
absolutely amazing.
We're making history, guys. Well,